the customers. We all know the storage account provides worldwide access, https://. Remember, storage account dot service dot co dot windows dot net. Additionally, they would like to address the storage of company data files. So basically, there are three categories of content: media, marketing literature, corporate documents. Media files include photos. Now, what kind of storage are we recommending for photos and videos, guys? From our block storage. That's the right answer. That are displayed in the company's website, which is developed and maintained in-house. When a customer browses to an item, the corresponding media files are displayed. The media files are in a different format, but JPEG and MP4 are the most common. So for this, like you guys said, I can consider blob storage. So just remember blob. For marketing literature, the marketing literature includes customer stories, sales flyers, pricing charts, and eco-friendly manufacturing information. Internal marketing users access this literature via a map drive. When you hear the term map drive, what kind of storage solution are we thinking of?
File share or something like that. Files.
Yeah. So we can go with file share, or we can go with blobs with NFS. Blobs can also be mounted as NFS. Okay, but file share primarily, because it also has a feature called file sync, which will help me improve the performance. Okay. Customer access the literature directly from the company's website, which means this file share is not only just mounted to the internal users, but also external people should be able to access it. So you have to consider that. Then we are talking about, corporate documents are internal documents for departments such as human resources and finance. These documents are accessed and managed via internally developed web application. Legal requires that various documents must be retained for a specific period of time, which means this is compliance, right? So write compliance here. And then occasionally documents will need to be maintained longer when legal or HR issues are being investigated. Most corporate documents older than 1 year are only kept for compliance reasons and are seldomly accessed. So they are saying they are kept for corporate reasons, but they are being accessed, which means they don't want this data to be offline. Which means later when you're going to talk about access tiers, you should decide whether it's going to be hot or cold. Archive can't be done because archiving would require rehydration as well. But if you're going with archiving, you have to just select why you are choosing that. Now, my first question to you would be is, how would you protect your corporate documents here?
Encryption.
Encryption is by default enabled. Even for media files, encryption is enabled.
Role-based control, organization level, like whatever.
Okay, who can access it can be considered by integrating Azure Active Directory through RBAC. That can be done. But let's look into the tasks. But before that, let's look in file location. All the files stored locally in the main office data center. There are numerous file shares always by the department or product line. The data servers are struggling to provide files for the website during peak hours. This can be fixed by having a cache component, isn't that? So you need to understand which cache solution would help fix the problem. We haven't discussed about something called CDNs, but this is something which can also be considered in this situation. I'm just jumping ship, I'm just giving a hint, okay? File access frequency, some products are more popular and that data is more frequently accessed. However, some products like ski gear are only accessed during that season. Sales events generate a lot of interest in certain items which are on sale, okay? These are the tasks. What type of data is represented? So we saw 3 types. We already know media, marketing literature, and corporate documents. What factors will you consider in your design? So cost, accessibility, flexibility, security. These are the reasons what you would consider. Will you use blob access tiers? Definitely yes. Will you use immutable storage? What is immutable storage, guys?
Which follows the worm.
Very good. Write once, read many. This is where we have talked about something called legal hold, or we have also talked about time-based retention. I've already given you the KB article. And then how will the content be securely accessed? So how are you giving secure access? These are the things that you need to understand. So you guys are almost there. So if I'm using blobs for media files, marketing for file shares, and then you decide whether you want to go with files or whether you want to go with blobs. Now keep in mind, once configuration is not available for files. For example, if I take your attention back to the cloud, if I go back to my storage account containers, I have the access policy for containers. That's all right. Say OK here. Dots, access policy. Immutable storage is available only for blob storage. If I go file shares, I don't have any such policy. What I'm trying to highlight here is when you think of immutable storage, you are limited to blob storage only. No option available for other type of storage offerings. Everybody following me? Just give me a thumbs up if you're doing. Thanks, Roshan. Thanks, Pavita. So that's one point that I want you to consider. Okay, so in this topic, whoever is leading the discussion, just have this document updated with the pointers. If possible, draw a simple logical diagram. Now, like I said earlier yesterday, design itself is in 3 stages. Logical design, then you have conceptual design, logical design, and you have physical design. Conceptual is like an elevator pitch, just a block diagram, high-level overview. Logical design, more details about the components involved. Physical design, it's like an Excel sheet with all the information much more in detail. Okay? So start your discussions. I'll be here monitoring. I'll stop sharing my screen. And when needed, I will jump in to assist you. Okay? So thank you guys.
Where is the whiteboard?
Oh, okay. I haven't exported it yet. Let me export it and I can share the whiteboard with you all so that you guys can use it for reference. So day 2.